What's easy for one is easy for everyone. However, let me put it now in a philosophical phrase, since I tend to be a bit philosophical. Here it is. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. What's easy for one? The difference between success and failure. That's the difference between pennies and fortune. That's the difference in flourishing and not having much. That's the difference in treasures. What's easy to do is also easy not to do.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Good day to all of you. My name is Kalpesh Patel, and I'm super excited to be your host today on Nuts and Bolts. I hope you're enjoying a few of those golden nuggets of wisdom from a couple of really great trainers in the world that are making a massive impact on the planet, the lives of millions of people, and some great lessons to be learned for all of us. And, some of my favorite bits of nuggets dropping through there. I'm just enjoying as these giants are dropping them onto all of us. I hope some of you grabbed something out of that. I certainly did. One of the most powerful things that I overheard just as I was listening to the same audio as all of you is, I'm on this ship till the end. Love it. I'm on this ship till the end. Where do you guys fit into that conversation? Because I've touched on this before, haven't I? It's funny how the same analogy was used. I've touched on the fact that some people are jumping ship before anything's even happened. Others are drilling holes at the bottom of the ship. And you're sitting there going, what? We're on the same ship. You're sitting there drilling holes? What are you doing? I don't get it. It's like, what the hell's going on over here? So who are you? Have you already left the ship? Are you shouting at others, trying to get them off the ship? Are you drilling holes at the bottom of the ship? Like, where are you at in the ship that you're on? Like, who are you when change happens? Who are you when transition happens? Who are you when tough waters come? Because guys and girls, let me tell you this. The answer is not somewhere else. Like, you is not somewhere else. How you show up is everything. Just let you simmer on that one for a second. And then how do you show up around others that show up lousy? How do you show up when somebody puts some nonsense in a space around you? Whether it's a Telegram group or a WhatsApp group or a personal phone call. Somebody starts throwing shit at you. How do you show up? Do you start throwing shit with them at everyone else? Do you pretend they're not throwing shit? Ignore it? I'm going to be all right. I'm be all right. This isn't happening. This isn't happening. I'm going to be all right. You do that? Or do you intervene and go, hold on a second here? You don't get to put holes in the bottom of our ship. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stand there and watch you drilling holes and pretend that's not what you're doing. I'm going to call you up on it. So just watch yourself a second here before maybe you might have to be removed from the ship if you're really adamant on drilling holes, right? But let's establish, first of all, are you drilling holes because you don't know what else to do, because you haven't learned the impact of drilling holes in the same ship that you're sitting on? Maybe your level of awareness hasn't reached that high yet, that you don't understand the simple concept of not drilling holes in the bottom of your ship. Maybe that's the conversation that needs to be had first. Education first, knowledge first, wisdom first. But if they're not willing to grab the education, the knowledge, or the wisdom, then it could be, it doesn't happen too often, but it does happen, it could be they just need to be removed from the ship. Now, I'm not one to throw them out into the sea, right? We'll give them a little rubber dinghy boat. Put them on a boat and say, there you go, on your way. Now drill holes, drill as many holes in that as you want. Just as long as you're affecting yourself. Not a problem. So I really want to drive this home because we're talking about high level leadership conversation here, right? developing that mindset of ownership. I've owned businesses my whole life, many, dozens of businesses. I've explored, experimented, taken some really stupid risks, taken some insanely amazing risks, done it all. Some of you know my story. I've never worked for anyone my whole life. And if I have it my way, nor shall I. Nor shall I, if I have it my way. It's funny, the story came up today at my uncle's funeral. And my cousin shared, my uncle's son, shared how my uncle had come to this country, like all of my family. He was actually one of the ones that lived with us in our house until I was 10 years old. And, you know, he was also one of all of them that ended up having their own businesses, and all of them started working for somebody else in shitty jobs. All right. We did shitty jobs because nobody wanted to employ brown people at that time in space. In 1971, if you lived in England, they did not want to employ you if you didn't look the same as them. That's how their paradigm was. That's how their reality was back then, right? And my family didn't give a shit. They got on with it anyway. And they did the shitty jobs that nobody wanted. And then everyone that didn't want their jobs complained that these guys came from somewhere else and took their shitty jobs. Quite hilarious when you look at it from this side of the fence, but there you go. That's just how certain minds work. I'm always fascinated by the mindsets of people. Coming over here, taking our jobs. What are you talking about? You weren't doing the job in the first place. The jobs were there because you didn't want them. What are you talking about, taking your jobs? You were too good for those jobs. We weren't. We were ready to do whatever we had to do, right? We had bigger problems than you. We had nothing. We didn't have money for food. We didn't have money for water. We didn't have money for shelter. We had to do whatever we could get, right? So we did the shitty jobs. We took the abuse. We took the nonsense. We took the shit. And then what? We got through all of that. We got past all of that. And then they started to like us. Like, all right, okay. I call you names. I throw stuff at you. I beat you up. I do all of this nonsense. And you don't do anything back. Like, you just carry on loving your life and getting on with stuff. Who are you guys? Where did you come from? Amazing, isn't it? Shift of paradigm by being true to yourself, being consistent, being committed, not becoming the same. You could easily go, oh, we meet iron with iron, we meet fire with fire. You could do that, but we just came from a different philosophy, a very spiritual philosophy. And so we just got on with stuff. No chip on our shoulder, no crying about how hard done by we were, none of that. Just got on with it. Many, many, many years later, a few decades later, 2.5 decades later from being born, I hear somebody say something along the lines of, the best form of revenge is massive success. And that kind of sums up brown people. Wherever we go in the world, we just want to kick ass. That's all we want to do. We just want to be the best version of ourselves for ourselves and for everyone around us, and show that you can create whatever kind of reality you want to create for yourself in life. So my uncle was one of those guys, kick-ass guy, solid stand-up citizen, 100% ironclad Indian, and does the shitty jobs, saves a few pennies, buys a shop, boom. Buys another shop, boom. Well on his way. Saves up a chunk of money in a bank, BCCI Bank, it was called. Big, small bank. Put all of his fortunes in that bank. Bank went bankrupt. Lost everything overnight. Everything, lifetime of work. Couple of kids to look after, and a wife and a home. Lost the home, lost everything. Lost the shops, lost it all. Who needs that, right? And humbled. Off he goes and gets another shitty job in a pizza shop. Not to take anything away from anyone who's working in a pizza shop. My point is, he's an entrepreneur. He's done the shitty jobs already. But he had come full circle and round to a point again where that's what he had to do. And he started doing pizza deliveries. at the grand old age of something in his 30s, mid 30s, coming up to his 40s. Now, if you're in your mid 30s or coming up to your 40s, then you can relate. You do not need to start again when you've worked your tail off in a hostile, nasty, shitty environment, got through all of that, raised your head above water, finally got somewhere in life, and all of it goes nothing to do with you. Third party scenario, bank goes bankrupt with all of your life's work in it. Sinks, gone, done, finished, bye-bye. Started again. Off he went. Wasn't long, because that's how we do things. A few people clubbed together, put in a few pennies into the pot. He learnt the trade inside out and bought a pizza shop. See, here's my point. He was delivering pizzas because that's what needed to be done on the day. He wasn't owed anything from anyone. He didn't have an entitlement mindset. Didn't have any of that nonsense going on. He just acknowledged where he was at, acknowledged where life had brought him. That's what life does. It just brings you to places, right? Life brought him to that point and said, okay, now who are you? Show us who you are. And he did. He says, I'm whoever I need to be. And off he went and became who he needed to be. End up owning the pizza shop. Pretty cool, right? That's called attitude. That's called mindset of a champion. That's called having the winning edge. Why is it that most people that deliver pizzas don't even dream about owning the pizza shop? What's that all about, right? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's not even a concept, not even a thought, not even an idea. Doesn't even occur. They'd rather complain that they didn't get any tips tonight. That's where their focus is going to go. Go home all lousy, worn out, torn up, shredded, and have a moan and a complaint. Didn't get many tips tonight. Right. Congratulations, Sherlock. Great observation. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Can you see the difference? Like, it's subtle, this stuff, right? They're doing the same stuff, but who they are doing it is two completely different people. One's got their eye on a much bigger picture. For one, it's a temporary situation. For the other one, it's something that's owed to them. They're hard done by mindset, right? Why do I have to deliver these shitty pizzas? Why didn't they give me a tip? I deserve better than this. I deserve a tip. I deserve more wages. Why does the owner of the company make more money than me? Why should I work so hard for him or her? Can you see? Different mindset. It's a whole different conversation that goes on, right? How you think affects how you speak. How you speak affects how the world shows up and how you show up in the world and the actions you take, how you behave. Get to the root cause of stuff, right? You can take the same actions, i.e. delivering pizzas, and produce two completely different outcomes. How is that? How can two people do exactly the same thing, work exactly as hard as each other, as committedly as each other, as consistently as each other, and end up with two completely different outcomes? It's got to be beyond what they're doing. Can you see that? It's got to be beyond what they're doing. It's no coincidence. My uncle got the job because that's what he had to do, but he didn't become the job. He wasn't the job. His mindset was way past all of that, way ahead of all of that, right? And I'm proud that he's not alone, because that was true of all of my uncles and all of my aunts, all of them. Each and every one of them, like 30, 35 of us living under one roof. All of the uncles and aunts, the brothers and sisters and cousins went on to kick ass. That's why I know it's not coincidental. That's why I know it's not a fluke. That's why I know success has formulas. It works, and it works for every work those principles, and it works every single time. And it stops working when you lose sight of the principle. I know too, because I've done that. I've been there, right? You lose sight of the principles. You get caught up in some nonsense, and bang, down you go with the nonsense. So it takes something. It really does. I never want to take that for granted. It takes something to be able to see past what's going on. How poignant is that for us right now? Like, really? This stuff that's going on. Are you going to become that stuff? Is the person that shows up reflective of the stuff? Or are they made of something more than that? Is there some substance to the person beyond the noise, beyond the circumstance, beyond the challenge, beyond the current situation? Can you see? Listen, let me share this with you. When somebody acquires a membership for a few $100 or a few thousand even, they go out into the marketplace, they grab some crypto, which they've never done before. They suddenly learned how to buy crypto. They then send it onto a platform. They then learn how to buy a membership, a package. And then they explore the academy and learn stuff that they never knew before. What is crypto? What is blockchain? What is an NFT? What is the metaverse? How does it all work? What is artificial intelligence? When they start learning about this stuff, what is the Internet of Things? You are already indebted in my world. You're done, right? Because you got way more than you had before for a very, very, very tiny price. Wow, what a different mindset. Like gratitude from day one. Like, thank you, Jack, for sharing this platform with me. Oh my freaking goodness. There's this whole world that I knew nothing about or very little about, and now I feel like an expert. Thank you. I'm forever indebted, forever in gratitude, because you bothered to put up with my bullshit, get past my noise, and help me see better than I could see. Help me clear the shit from my eyes and open my eyes to what was going on in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you forever, Jack. That's one mindset, isn't it? It's a mindset. That's all it is. Because somebody else says, Jack, moan, 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 Jack, da, 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 because of you. Why did you call me? It's all your fault. No, 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 no. Same life, 50 years later, they're still moaning and complaining to somebody else. They just have to change the name, right? If it's not Jack, it's Shirley. If it's not Shirley, it's Nicholas. The name just changes. Can you see that? We carry ourselves into every scenario. We show up everywhere, right? If your life is shit, don't blame life. Wow. So they're the same two people in the same scenario, fighting the same tide, the same currents, the same waters, all the exact same dynamics. But what's the difference? One ends up owning a pizza shop, and the other one just moans and moans and moans and complains, and it's never enough, and it should be better. It never gets better. Woe me, poor me, why me? 50 years later, same old story. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Some of you already fighting me in your head. I know it, right? You're like, it's not that easy, Kalps. I know it's not, because you choose it not to be that easy. I get it. But it can be that easy if you want it to be. I'm just giving you options here, right? I'm saying speak to people that have done the same as other people, but end up with different outcomes. And you'll quickly learn the only difference, their attitude, their mindset, their thinking. They're thinking, they're speaking, and then their experience. It's the only thing that ever changes. Nothing else changes. Life is the same. For thousands of years, life hasn't changed. We wake up, we choose to do stuff, we go to sleep. We wake up, we choose to do stuff, we go to sleep, and then we die. Nothing changes, right? In every era, there were winners, and then there's everybody else. In every era, forever. Ever since time began, there were people that got ahead, and there were people that just did what everybody did. No interest in learning, no interest in growing, no interest in awareness, no interest in progress. Only talking about that stuff. Not interested in learning about that stuff. Wow. Isn't that amazing? So have a look, check your life. As I like to say, have a checkup from the neck up. And just have a look around and see how it's working out for you. I often say that to people, right? They can moan. How's that working out for you? Tell me, what's it like on that side of the fence over there? Thanks for sharing. How's that working out for you? Are you interested in shifting that perspective? Are you interested in having a different experience? Are you interested in learning how others get through it differently? Okay, cool. If you are, we can talk. If you're not, carry on. I'm not buying into it. I'm not coming over there with you. I'm staying put where I am. My feet are strapped into my boots. My boots are nailed to the floor. I'm not going anywhere from where I am. I've come too far. Come too far to go backwards. Do you see? We've all got to stand up for something, right? What are we standing up for here? It's very easy to lose sight when the going gets tough, right? Isn't it? I get it. But you know what? That's when the true test is. When the going gets tough, who shows up, right? And that's the opportunity right there. You've got a phenomenal ownership. I can never forget that. It's amazing how so many people forget so quickly. Sometimes it blows me away. Some people don't even know how phenomenal the ownership is. It's like, who got them in, right? Like, they don't even know. They're clueless about what they're even in. How does that happen? That happens when people get people in without a care for the people they get in. When people are just doing something for themselves, selfish people create those scenarios. Selfish people bring people in for the sake of bringing them in and don't give them the education, don't give them the knowledge, don't give them the awareness, don't give them the insight or the foresight. They don't give them the big picture. They what they've got their hands on. Selfish people do that. If you know selfish people in your team, go knock on their door. Sorry, that's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? No, don't go knock on their door. Give them a phone call. Say, mate, stop it. Stop bringing people in if you're not interested in working with them. If you're not interested in coaching them, training them, helping them to plug in, helping them to understand that there's a bigger picture here. There's more at play. Stop it. You're making a mess. It's not what this is. This is a community build program. Remind some of your members. That's what we're doing. Or don't, and then pay the price for that as well, right? Or don't. But this is leadership. Leaders do, and non-leaders don't. And it's not much. Can you see the difference? The difference is hardly anything. One person bothers and the other one doesn't. That's all. That's all that happens. One bothers to pay it forward, to share the links, to share the information, to watch videos together, to read articles together, to educate and learn together. And the other one doesn't bother. Exactly the same scenario, but two completely different outcomes. One is bothered and the other one is not. Moan, 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 complain, 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 yawn, yawn, yawn. 50 years later, they die anyway. Everybody dies. None of us get out of this gig alive. You get that, right? It's just how you do this stuff in between birth and death. That's all it's about. How do you do it? So if you're committed to building an empire and somebody goes boo and you jump out of your boots, you need to wonder what's going on there, right? You are not going to build an empire. Hate to break it to you, but people that jump out of their boots when somebody goes boo do not build empires. They don't. Not in my experience. But my cousin said this, my brother said this, my mum said this, my dad said this. Yeah, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to get very far. You're thrown off track so easily. But there's this article and it talks about somebody else. Yep, you got no chance, not with that mindset. You need to have a complete reboot. Control, Alt, Delete, start again. How do I do that? Show up to trainings and keep showing up and keep showing up and keep showing up. Keep doing your thing, keep showing up anyway. And eventually you'll be going, huh? What am I doing? It will happen. You'll have a moment. You'll be doing what you always do and you'll have an awakening and you go, what the hell have I been doing all this time? What was that all about? No wonder I've been struggling. No wonder nobody listens to me. No wonder nobody wants to join me. No wonder nobody wants to move in my direction. I was a complete mess. But now I'm not. I'm getting it. I've learned a bit of language. I've learned a little bit of information, gained some knowledge. I've built some self-worth and self-esteem and some confidence, some competence. Wow. Even I wouldn't have wanted to join me back then. But look at me now. That's what's going to happen. There'll be a moment where you'll start to grow up. You'll take responsibility. You'll take ownership. And you'll experience everything differently. But it happens when you plug in all the time, every single day, every single opportunity. Plug in, plug in, plug in, plug in, plug in, plug in. Isn't that cool? But Kalpesh, why didn't they tell us? Yeah, they did. Why didn't anyone tell me? You have to speak to your upline about that. The company's told us everything. The leaders have been telling everyone everything. Every Zoom that we do, every leadership, every nuts and bolts, every technical training, every presentation covers everything you ever need to know to move forward with the vision of this company. Everything's always covered every single time, every single day. If you're not showing up, shame on you. If you didn't know that you could show up, shame on your sponsor. Simple as that. It doesn't go further than that. There's two reasons people don't show up. One, they didn't know, and the other one, they're entitled. There are only two reasons, right? Wow. How simple is this stuff? I love it, right? I just sit there and go, wow, how simple is it? People think it's so much more complicated than it actually is. Success is such a beautiful word. It's so much more than people give themselves credit for. Every one of us is already born with the seeds of success in us. We're born to win, born to grow. How do I know that? I study. Look around. That's all you got to do. Look around. There are too many humans that kick ass in tough situations to ignore the fact that humans have the ability to kick ass in tough situations. There's too many examples. So why not lean on that? Why not jump onto the bandwagon of kick-ass human beings and say, do you know what? I'm going to learn how to be a kick-ass human being, not one that gets their ass kicked all the time, right? That's why if you don't learn to be a kick-ass human being, your ass is always going to get kicked. There's only two options. You're either getting your ass kicked your whole life or you're a kick-ass human being. Which one is it going to be? Make that decision. Make it early, make it quickly, and then learn as fast as you can from people that are kick-ass human beings. Show up often, read, watch, listen, communicate with like-minded minds, like-minded people. Master your craft. Master the language. Master the details of what it takes to make it work for you. That's it. People go, Kalpesh, you always say be patient. Yeah. That's what successful people do. They be patient when it's time to be patient. What's the other alternative? I could say get frustrated. That might wind a few people up. I should do that. I should get all the groups say, hey guys, you should really get frustrated. I'll bet I'll get a lot more responses that way on that one. I'll get tons of friends. Oh yeah, Kalpesh, you understand. I'm with you on that one. We should get frustrated. More people should get frustrated. Who else can we get frustrated? There are plenty of those. Plenty of those. Unfortunately for you, I'm not that guy. I don't do that. I don't encourage people to get frustrated. I don't encourage people to get wound up. I don't encourage people to get upset. I don't encourage people to get anxious. I don't encourage people to get fearful. I don't encourage people to panic. Sorry, I'm not that guy. I apologize. You need to find somebody else if that's what you're looking. And you'll find them in the groups, by the way, anyway, but it won't be me that's doing that. You want to pin your whole future on those? Go ahead. Be my guest. Be my guest, right? You can do that. That's the beauty of free will. That's the beauty of choice. We get to choose everything every day. Or you can own the pizza shop. Your call. What do you want to do? Deliver pizzas for the rest of your life or own the pizza shop? Do you want to complain of your life or do you want to get on top of things and build an empire? The two don't go hand in hand. You've got to make a choice. It's a simple decision that you follow through on. If you're in this to win it, if you're going all the way, if you have the ability to dream big and understand what you're in and understand what's going on in the world and understand who these guys are in that same world and understand what they're about to deliver for us in this world, make a decision. If you think you're going to get it tomorrow, you're not. Sorry. You're not going to get it tomorrow. Do we wish it was there tomorrow? Of course. Do you think Ryan and Sam wish it was there tomorrow? Of course. Do you think they're sitting there going, let's make this really slow, long, drawn out? No. But you wouldn't understand that if you're not a business owner or if you don't have the mindset of ownership. Do you see? If you have the mindset of ownership, then you understand that. Like if anyone wants to get this resolved as quickly as possible, it's the people that own the damn thing. If anyone wants to get out of a storm, it's the captain of the ship, first and foremost, because of ownership and responsibility. The captain carries on their shoulders that responsibility, that commitment to get out of that storm and make sure that all of their crew gets out of it with them. It's a decision. I want to encourage all of you, not just to become captains, but to inspire captainship in your organizations. Like strengthen your people. I've said this often. When you come to leadership, and I love that you do, and I wish that you always do, and that you never decide to side with the opposition of leadership. My prayer and wish is always that you side with leadership first, always. But don't just side with leadership, create it. Like when you show up here, the people in your organization that didn't show up, take it back to them. Inspire them to be here. Inspire them to show up. Do you see? It's not easy. But if it was easy, as they say, everybody would do it. The whole point that there's even a leadership conversation is because leadership is only for a few. But I'm convinced that we can inspire a few more every time. There are people that get lost through the gaps unnecessarily because we can sometimes get a little bit lazy in reaching out to them saying, hey, listen, I've got you. We're doing this together. Come with me. Follow me. Here's where we're going. It's Tuesday night. I'll be very honest. I didn't want to be here today. I just cremated my uncle a few hours ago. My family's all together celebrating his life. I didn't want to be here today. And it would have been really easy to get replacement because I've got some great leaders around me. I've got some great people around me. If I made the phone call in a heartbeat, right? But there's also a part of me that wants to be here because I've committed to it, because of my responsibility, because of the ownership that I've taken on, because of the vision that I carry. Do you see? And then it becomes easy. This becomes something I look forward to, right? There's that moment. Do I, don't I? And I had the conversation. I'm like, should I make the call? Shan't I? And I was like, and do you know what? I made the call last Thursday. I needed to do it then. Today, I don't need to do it. I'm good because I get tons out of this as well. I get filled up in these interactions, in these conversations. See, when I'm sharing and stuff's coming through me, I'm learning as well. I'm growing as well, right? I'm becoming a better version of myself. I'm becoming a better human being. And I'm hoping some of it's landing out there and some of you guys get a little bit of a flavor or insight into that too for yourselves. Like in my world, it's a symbiotic relationship, right? I'm a reflection of you. You're a reflection of me. Together, we are people. But then let's take it out to more. There are people that couldn't make today because of whatever 1,000,001 reasons, right? Time differences, busy lives, situations, events, whatever it might be. It doesn't matter. Let's inspire more to become better versions. Don't just keep it to ourselves. That's how we take it to the next level. So, oh my goodness, really? Hold on a second. Wow, I lost myself. 1:15. Oh my gosh. Wow. I was going to say I want to finish today's ones early. I was going to say, I'm going to finish early so we can have some more cheering time. But that's 43 minutes. Oh gosh, where did that go? Paul, what happened there? I went into a zone. How are we doing, buddy? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Kalpesh, first of all, from Forging Links team, our condolences to your mum and your family. Really hard time for you, but once again, kudos to who you are. Wonderful human being. Can I just say again, smashed it out the park. You got lost in the moment, my friend. That's what happened. You got lost in what you love. You love to share. You love community. You love to bless the lives of others. And can I just say, from Forging Links, we got this. We've got our community. We bought our ship a number of months ago. We've had it inspected. We've plugged the holes. We've pitched the leaky bits. We've actually tarred everything so that it doesn't leak. We've set our chart. We know where we're going. We are going to Dubai 2022 with 10 VIPs, 5s with our community.
Wow.
We know where we're going. We've relaunched our powwow. We followed our leaders, Sharon and Dan, and we'd love to invite you when if you can come and give us 15 minutes of your nuggets. And we know where we're going. We are in it to win it. We have set sail and we are on the journey with you, my friend. Kudos and our love and prayers to you and your family. Thank you, Kalpesh.
Thank you, Paul. Much love and loving that, man. Plugged all the holes, tarred it all up, solidified it. I'm in.
We'll pick you up on the way around, mate.
All the way, buddy. Masood, how we doing, buddy? Go ahead and unmute yourself. Masood, you got to unmute yourself first, buddy.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Okay. Condolences to your family as well. And I'm part of the family as well. I have some questions to ask you, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
With the present situation of upgrading, and we have some issue for our withdrawal.
Yeah.
With MOF. When we are trying to withdraw from either Hyperpay or OKS with MOF, it is very difficult nowadays.
Correct. At the moment, the option is HVT until the new system is up and running. The only option we have for withdrawal that works very successfully is HVT through a smart contract. If you want MOF, then you're going to have to wait until that's sorted.
Okay. Because the HVT, I don't understand it very well.
So best thing to do is we do have technical trainings every Saturday and Sunday that's covered in depth. Jump on those. If you can't jump on them, watch one of the recordings and learn about HVT there. Cool.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And please don't do it on your own. Encourage some of your team to come with you to learn together. It makes it a lot more fun and easier as well. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, brother. Thank you so much. Awesome. Nicholas, how we doing, champ?
Excellent. Thank you, Kalpesh.
Hey.
Thank you for bringing the light and lighting some candles. This is beautiful. I know where this is coming now. Obviously, this is spot on, and we hear a lot of noise. And this is so great to hear it from you, and to know that we have this kind of leadership here. And you know, I know for a fact, I mean, we're never going to have this kind of leadership somewhere else. This is too good. And we have this huge experience of Sam and Ryan Shu just behind us. They're fixing it, I know, and it's just some time to bridge. So I'm inspired to become better, to strap myself even first, you know, stronger to the ship, and to be, you know, unmovable. So you know, thank you for the message. And I'm inspired also to become a better person, and I'm following you. So thanks, Kalpesh.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being on this journey with you, my friend. Absolutely awesome. Shirley, go ahead and unmute yourself. How are we doing?
We're doing great. Kelps, you shouldn't be here. I know what that's like, and you really should be with your family.
Oh,
Appreciate you being here, giving you your wise words. And you know what? Attitude is 100%. You know, like I said before, it wasn't for attitude, I'd be dead 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And you know what? Not everybody's going to say yes, but you just got to keep going. You know, like if you want it bad enough, you just keep and helping others. That's what it's really about. Really? Who wants help? Because not everybody wants help.
No, 100%.
Yeah, but I won't keep you long because you got calls here and I really want you to get back to your family. So thank you again, especially being here today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Shirley. Crypto Kitten in the house.
Hey. Oh my gosh. Hey. I was literally supposed to be second and then my laptop died. Talk about life putting you in places. So I just hopped on my phone. Anyways, hi.
Hiya.
So all I want to say today is thank you for putting up the nuts and bolts about worry, because this morning I woke up and I was in a worry spiral and I listened to you and I swear it changed my entire day. And instead of being in a place of negativity, I ended up going to multiple places around me. And by the way, I don't speak French very well. So I was inviting people in French, very shitty French, might I add. And I got 5 people who want to come to presentation.
Oh, wow.
So in 1 hour, 5 yeses. So, hey.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Love it. Learning to polish up your French along the way as well.
A little bit, but it's honestly, you changed my day. So thank you, Kalpesh.
Oh, brilliant. Well done. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you always take stuff on and apply it into your life straight when you come and share the fruits of instant embracing new information and transform yourself. Love it, love it, love it. Well done. Danielle.
Hi, Kalpesh.
Hey.
Thank you so much for choosing to be with us for this time, as opposed to being with your family. I've been listening to Dizzy with the dreams and you with the vision. And so this morning I went to Costco and a young man was doing a demo for something. And I ended up starting to talk to him. And he's already called me and he's calling me back this afternoon. I shared Hyperverse with him. And after that conversation with him, I had a lovely conversation with him. He's from Algeria. He followed his girlfriend here. He's been here for 2 months. And I walked away from there and I could see how he was excited. And I got so excited and inspired. And I just had this sense that I had contributed to somebody else. And it was wonderful, just wonderful. And something that you said today that was very powerful for me was that we need to own this. We need to own Hyperverse like it's ours, and it is ours, and just not listen to the bad stuff. So thank you for that. That was a big impact for me. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you so much for highlighting that point, a very, very important one in anything, I believe. Once you own something, it's yours. You protect it with all of your life. You don't start letting people come and do anything. Like, hold on a second, you can have an opinion, keep it over there, mate. You're not coming to me with it. Do you know what I mean?
So as long as we communicate that with love and respect and compassion, but we can still say, hey, look, don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. There's plenty of people outside the wall doing that. We don't need you doing it on the inside. Come on. You either have bought this or you haven't. If you have, what are you doing? You're fighting in the wrong direction, right?
That was very powerful for me. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Love it. Great, great point. Sharon, how you doing, girl?
Hi, Cal.
Loving that t-shirt.
I'm so excited. I've been walking around with it all day. But Cal, thank you for showing up today. And I loved what you said about who are you when challenges, arise? How do you show up? Well, we've had more than enough challenges and I'm still here. I'm on that ship with you and everyone who wants to be on that ship because we are going places. And I just wanted to talk about leadership because you're a great leader. Great leaders. Great. Can you hear me?
1 second, I'm just quietening down the background. Yep, go for it.
I just wanted to share this quote. Great leaders create more leaders, not followers. Great leaders have a vision, share their vision, and inspire others to create their vision. And that's what you do every time. And I just love being around this community. If I don't come on Nuts and Bolts or leadership, I feel like I'm missing something in my life. That's how you've transformed me. And I just want to say thank you for showing up today. And I'm just feeling amazing all the time. When I wake up every day, it's like it's just the first day. That's the feeling that I get. It still feels the same way. Isn't that amazing?
Wow. Love it, love it, love it. You have cracked the code, honey. Well done. I love that. Beautiful. Mario, how are you, brother? Go ahead.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Estás bien? Kalpesh, first of all, my condolences, okay? You do not have to be here. That's what loyalty is. You're loyal to the bone. I think everybody here knows that. I do feel for your loss, and I'm going to be very quick. I'm not going to take my 2 minutes. I'm going to take a minute and a half. Loyalty is way deep right here in me. I'm so deep. I'm walking around, living the crypto life. I'm loving it, man. Okay, I'm on this team until the end. Here's my pledges. You said that. I kind of switched things around a little bit. I show up positive. That I don't think nobody here can argue with that. How I show up somewhere. If I walk into a room and there's negativity, they go out on that little plank. You know how pirates had planks on the ship? They put them out there and throw them out to the sharks. Okay, I don't need that stuff. All right, I'm loyal. I show my flags. If I could put Hyperverse logo right here, you know damn right it'd be on there. It'd be stamped right here, or it'd be on my tattoos. Loyalty. Kick-ass human being. You are one kick-ass human being, and I'm going to be one of those kick-ass human beings. And leader. I am already a leader. I mean, my people know it, and everybody else does too, man. I mean, I've got people out there all over the place. I'm a big hugger. You know, come on, join in. I'm in it to win it. That's a good one. I wrote that down. I work to inspire. Every single day I inspire people, you know. That and it pays off when you do it. Hello. That's all it takes, man. Don't be doing any snatching of my sheep around here, you know. If a wolf comes on my property, they're going to get smacked. Okay? You have a great day, my friend. Okay? I appreciate everything.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Much love. Sai, how we doing? Go ahead and unmute yourself. Okay, I know she's at work, so we'll go to Jack. Hey, Jack, go ahead. Jack, hit the unmute button, my friend.
Hi, Kalpesh.
Hey. Oh,
my heartfelt condolences on your great loss of your uncle and loved ones.
Thank you, thank you.
And every time I watch your nuts and bolts, I certainly can pick out some more weak spots that I have. Believe me, I've had lots of them, but it is getting a little better. There's no such thing as not getting better. We just keep pushing onward. Set sails in the wind, full sails ahead. There's no stopping now. Not at this age anyway. Whatever's left, it's full steam ahead. And you're a great inspirer, I'll tell you. Fantastic.
You.
I salute you.
My friend.
All the best.
Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Kind words. And then we've got Melinda. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hi.
Oh, it's off.
Melinda,
hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sir Kalpesh.
Hey,
My
good
name
evening.
is Merlinda from Philippines, but now I'm here in Saudi as OFW. I will say thank you to this community, and then to change my life. And thank you so much to Sir Nicholas to introduce this community, and then especially to my mentor, Sir Boris. Thank you so much. That's it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Very, very beautiful. I was with Boris last week, funnily enough, in Dubai, and his wife and a few of the leaders. We all really so great. You're in great hands for sure. Latanya in the house. How are you?
I'm fantastic. God bless you. Kalpesh, you're a very, very special human being. I'm so sorry to hear about your uncle and that you had to have his services today, but we are so grateful for you to have the mindset and to have the dedication to come on here while your family is still celebrating. I agree you should be with them, but I'm grateful you were here, and I am learning from you tremendously. I have been humbled to learn some of the stuff that I thought I already knew, but you keep us on our toes. I thank God for you. I thank God for Miss Bess, who invited me in. She's coming up behind me. But I just have to,
Power combo.
Yeah. I just have to say, you know, to do what you're doing, no matter what, come wind, rain, snow, you know, family troubles, you're here, inspires the heck out of me. And what was the word you asked us for? Our pledges. My pledge is to never, never, never quit. Never quit. I said it on here last week. I'm going to keep turning over those cards, looking for the aces. It might take a while. I'm getting through all my no's now. So when the yeses start, they're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know it. Yeah.
Yes.
So God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
Bring them on.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm going to ask Mrs. Bess, your sponsor, to jump in straight after you. Mrs. Bess, hey.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, champ. How are you?
Amazing.
Can you hear me?
Thank you. Yourself? Yes, we can.
Oh, I'm perfect in him who's perfect. On my own, you know, I'm nothing, but in him, I'm perfect. You just dropped so many nuggets. Our sympathy to you and the family. And you know, you said something that leadership about posture. Your posture is so important. You know, that's something that I teach about in one of the retreats we do. Your posture determines how you look. Your posture determines the livelihood of your backbone. And your backbone is what tells us who you are and what you are about. It all stems from your posture. And I was so pleased that you addressed that because we had to take that posture. I just want to thank all the new kid on the block, Crypto Kitten, Danielle, Mario, Nicholas. They're just it's so good to just sit back and see them drink from the well that we drank from and just be just as excited as we have always been. And Angela used to be so quiet and shy. Now you can't stop Angela from talking. So it's really, really, really awesome to see everybody just growing together. You know, the noise makers, it was getting me a little upset on Telegram, you know, and I know you know I go off sometimes when I get upset, but I just I just God gave me, you know, the fortitude to just step back and look. And you mentioned something also. You mentioned empathy. We have to have empathy because some people don't even know that they are really pooping all over the place. So we have to have empathy and love them anyhow. Yes, indeed, nothing is new under the sun. And yes, it is in giving that we receive. I don't want to take all of the time, but I'm just so grateful for your strength and your love for the community. I love you, family. Paul, my brother, so good to see you. Sheila, I saw you there. Everyone on the family, I just love you so much. Love you, champ. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, love you too. Thank you.
Mwah.
The Rainmaker is in the house. Hiya.
Hi there. Hello, and God bless you, Kalpesh. I too was driving home from a funeral for a dear loved one today when I hopped on Nuts and Bolts. I said, I really need what you usher in each and every week, and my condolences to you and your family. But I am so blessed and honored that you are here. And I really needed a shot of Kalpesh today because this is what it's all about, infusing one another in the community with positivity, with love, with commitment to and drive to see this thing to fruition. And I have a background in IT. I knew that this was an awesome, awesome transition that the hyper community was going through. and anyone with knowledge of systems and operations understand that there are going to be some glitches along the way. And we just all have to hold each other up and support one another and love each other through the glitches. And this is why I was so anxious. I literally left the church and chimed right into nuts and bolts, because this is what I look forward to each and every week. And I try to encourage my team, and my team hops on, and teamwork makes the dream work. And we love you, Kalpesh. And I thank each and every one of you that have been on today with your encouraging words. We are a team and we are going places. And thank you so much. God bless you.
Amazing, so much, and my sincerest condolences to you as well. And wow, look at that demonstration of overcoming thoughts, feelings, and circumstances, and showing up for yourself. Love it, beautiful, and no judgment. Like, you know, if you need to be somewhere else, you do need to be somewhere else. I get that too, right? But let's just, like, it just shows anything is possible, and it's like you create your own reality, right? So amazing, thank you. Oops, I got rid of the wrong one. I'll bring them back. But in the meantime, Rob, hi, how you doing, buddy? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, Kalpesh, I'm doing great. Hey, condolences to you and your family.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you for your sacrifice for being here. I just wanted to say, you were talking about noise. And it doesn't matter where we are in life, there's always going to be noise. There's going to be things that come up, there'll be change. I'll take my business, for example. The place that I work out of got sold a couple of months ago, and now I got to find a new place. I could have complained or groaned, but I just got up, looked around, and I'm actually going to move into a new place that's twice the size of what I'm in now for not much more than I'm paying now. So, and with Hyper, all the changes that are coming, you can complain or moan, or you can look at the vision of the future and see what lies ahead. So.
Wow, what a beautiful analogy. I mean, that's exactly the same thing you brought to your situation there. The exact same map out over here. It's just that, isn't it? It's like holding out for a bigger vision and a bigger future. So well done, buddy. Congratulations on the manifesting more for relatively less. Love it. Love that. Shweta, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, Kalpesh. Once again, passing my condolences to you and the family.
Thank you.
Thank you for, I can't tell you how much. This has been a difficult weekend, whatever. And I may have repeated that for a while, but especially this weekend. And I've been really like charged and pumped, and then some stuff happened as life happens. And today, just like a few minutes before, I was like, I don't have the strength to do this. I just don't. I've been listening to motivation talks all day and really trying to keep myself afloat. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe it's okay to miss it one day. What's the big deal? But then I was like, I don't really have a reason except that I'm mentally very, very like drained. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to keep my camera on. I'm not even going to put my hand up, and I'm just going to listen. And then as he started talking, and then your mama, your uncle, deep respect for him. May he rest in peace. And you sharing that story. Do you know what? I'm so glad that you came in. I'm sorry that it's inconvenient and of course emotionally, but I am so grateful that you shared that particular story, because it really did something here for me today, especially because there are times when you do those YouTube talks nonstop, but then when I don't know what it is about how you share your stories, and it really hit home. And I was like, you know what? Just do your thing. Just do it. He must have gone through so much. Like, he made all that money. The company went bankrupt. I mean, not the company, sorry. The bank went bankrupt, sorry. And he started over. And Shweta, I've had series of failures. Failures, like I know that word, but I've hit another one recently, and I'm just like, so what? Just do it again. And sharing that story today, especially today, was big. So it's kind of lifted me up a little bit, and I'm just very grateful. So thank you so much, and grateful to this community as well.
Amazing.
And also just want to tell Mario, because he always somehow remembers me, and I just want to tell him that he's a hugger and a super positive guy, and if he was in London, I'd meet him to give him a hug right now. So just want to pass it out to him. And I hope I meet you soon someday. Thank you.
For sure, right? Dubai, December 2022.
Dubai, or unless you come to Hackney. Yeah.
There you go. Angela, you are going to close the call out for us tonight. Go for it.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
hello, good evening.
I just spotted
Hello.
who's next. There's no way that I cannot bring the next person. So go on, go for it.
Hello, good evening.
Good
Hi,
evening.
hello, Kalpesh. First, I want to condolences to your family, condolence, and I just want to say I'm happy. I'm happy to the hyperbirds. The hyperbirds come to in my life, and I've been 7 months in hyperbirds, and I finished to upgrade to hyperbirds times 4, and next day I ready to add again the times 4 because I so believe. Yeah, I so believe the hyperbirds. No anything doubt. Yeah, no anything doubt. Because I believe I believe to you, Kalpesh, and then my mentor, Sir Boris, and Sir Nicolas, and my coach, Mia. Yeah, my coach, Mia. And that's it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud that I'm here, the community hyperbirds. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know this. Give my goal, my dreams come true. Yeah, that's it.
Come
So
on.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Love it. Thank you. And thank you for coming and sharing it as well. Beautiful. Sheila, you're going to go first before we close the call out with another. Look at this mega V5 page going on here today. How are we doing?
Amen. Thank you, Kalpesh. Greeting, just my condolences to your family as you go through this time. So what I take from today's call is just being able to be in it to win it. This statement that you said, I have come too far to go backwards. I have to be here to the end. It's the journey has been so good so far and grown me personally and so many people around me. This weekend we had our Flourishing Legacy, that's my team, in-person party. So we had a nice party that for the first time we're meeting our team in person, and over 130 or so people came from out of town, and we invited guests as well. And it was such a beautiful time. And we have t-shirts, we had a nice big banner with the Bitcoin sign and Flourishing Legacy. And what was so amazing is as we're setting up and we put the banner up with our logo, and I'm just like, I have chills. I'm like, wow, Lord, we actually created a brand. We didn't even know we're creating a brand. And it was so beautiful, inviting people who had no idea about crypto. It's like, you're going to be the cool kid on the block. You just went to a crypto party, So, I mean, there's just so much to celebrate. And our team, we're so excited. We're sharing pictures all over the place. So one thing I would say for us leaders, we do, our mind also gets morphed sometimes. I think the important thing is to know where to get it right. And for me, being unplugged for a little bit because of the party, I was able to just come back on. I took a day off, but when I slept, I was on leadership and I just fell asleep with leadership running in my head. But then now on Nuts and Ball, just getting my mind right. So that's the key here. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sheila, so much. And I love that. Cool kids on the block, aren't we, though? We're talking about stuff that people don't even know that they can get involved in right now. Like for most people, this is a distant, distant dream, and we can take it to them. Like, wow, we are the coolest people on the block for sure. And there's no one here that knows that better than our closeout speaker for tonight, Sharon. How you doing, honey? Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hit the unmute button. I've sent you a request.
Oh, keep missing it,
go.
Kalpesh. Oh,
There you
sorry. Hi, guys. How are you? Oh,
Awesome.
Kalpesh, you know what? You're a rock star. God bless you. You know what? Doing what you're doing. And I just want to give you a massive shout out what you've done for me as an entrepreneur friend for many years. You know, it's lovely what you've done for me, especially in my dark moments, Kalpesh, that you managed to kind of raise me up, you know, and I want to thank you for that, my friend. And for me, you see, I've got a different thought process than most people, Kalpesh. So I'll be honest with you guys, and many are thinking of the MOF, and are you still there, Kalpesh?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
my net
sorry.
was playing up a little bit, but yeah, I'm here. Go for it.
Okay, I thought I'd froze. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a different thought process. I mean, guys, listen, this is the way it is. All right. Do you want to hear my take, Kalpesh?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, my take is this, guys. There's a lot happening behind the scenes. We all know that. The upgrade, everybody on here are superstars, and they are just going to the moon, right? So we know that. But listen, guys, the MOF is, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite coins, and I love it. But I've got news for you all. HBT is the new kid on the block, and you're all being forced to push through. Do we not know that something called Hyperverse is going to be launching soon? So what do they need? They need you to have the Hyperverse token to be able to get involved with all the NFT projects. And if they don't force you over the line currently, you won't be ready. So guess what? Everybody has to get ready for it. So that's my thought on it, Kalpesh. I believe that we're all kind of pushed in that direction to get set up and get ready. And I believe that that is my take on it, Kalpesh. I don't know what your take on it.
100% the same. That is exactly what I believe as well. I mean, HVT is, as we know, the token of the future of the ecosystem, Hyperverse, the metaverse, and DeFi, gaming, NFTs, all the stuff, whatever they throw into there, we're going to have access to it through that coin. So we never give advice to anybody of what they should and shouldn't do. But like you, I am piling high and stacking deep and filling my boots and filling my pockets and everything with HVT. When they go, here we go, I'm ready to take massive action and play the game, play to win, right? I'm in it. Like everyone that knows me knows this. I am in all the way with these guys. If they say we're launching this, I'm in. If they say we're launching that, I'm in. If they say we're partnering with that company, I want some. If they say that we've just found this little nugget here, I'll have a piece of that too. I'm just like listening, watching, and yep. Because listen, beautiful way to end the call, Sharon, because we often forget, right? Because we're going through the challenge and people's focus becomes a challenge.
It's that and what they're focusing on.
Yeah, 2009 till 2022, that's 13 years of identifying and delivering unicorns. Come on. That's what they do. That's who we're with. We can forget sometimes, right? So that's what these guys do. And I can promise you from 2009 till now, there's no way every single time they backed something that everything always went right. 100% guaranteed there would have been all of this stuff always in every journey. Turbulence, ups, downs, swings, roundabouts. And if you watch the Amazon Prime documentary, which covers their journey till 2019 and talks about this journey from the beginning, then you know exactly that to be true, that they've overcome the biggest of challenges, the hugest of ups, downs, swings, roundabouts, all of that stuff. And these guys are here to stay as well. They're not going anywhere other than building this thing out. That's all they do, day in,
It's
day out,
exciting.
every single, exactly. So every single one of us
Honestly,
is riding that.
HBT, guys, get it set up, get it sorted. The moment HBT came out on the platform, we just loaded it very early doors. And now I'm truly blessed that I can do what I need to do. But I'll be honest with you, do I want to cash a lot into USDT? No, I want to stack it up ready and wait for the build because it's coming.
Boom. There you go.
It's coming.
Sharon, with you all the way, 2 peas in a pod. Thank you so much for coming along and sharing that today. Absolutely perfect.
Oh, well done, Kalpesh.
Thank you. Ladies and gents, it's always an honor and a pleasure delivering these and listening to your stories and your experiences and your journey as well. I know that together we inspire thousands of people, not just live, but even tens of thousands more after the fact, because smart people share these videos with their teams. So many people actually hold separate Zooms for their teams at separate time zones and play and replay these recorded sessions. So we know how many people's lives get touched. Thank you so much for everybody that participates, that plays their part and stays